This is the grand finale of Reliance Commercial Finance Fever I Dream. Arguably one of the country's biggest contests for budding entrepreneurs to win fame and funding. The hunt for the best business idea has given us 4 finalists from 4 rigorous regional rounds: Bengaluru, Delhi, Kolkata and Mumbai. And now the stage is set for the crowning glory as this esteemed jury takes position to deliver the final knockout in the grand finale in Mumbai. KV Srinivasan, CEO at Reliance Commercial Finance. Ajay Dang, VP Marketing at Godrej Consumer Products. Arvind Agrawal, CFO West and South at Hindustan Times Media. Anupam G. Mittal, Founder and CEO at People Group. The Reliance Commercial Finance Fever I Dream contest seeks out-of-the-box startup ideas and rewards entrepreneurial acumen. The contest evaluates business ideas for the new ventures on the parameters of novelty, viability and scalability.
See, essentially the whole concept of a self-employed person is dependent quite a lot on his ability to think of a particular concept and implement it. Now, iDream is essentially a sort of an incentive or a way in which a platform in which people can actually think about their own ideas and get a methodology by which they can actually implement those ideas going forward as well. So essentially the whole concept of an iDream is to create more and more entrepreneurs and more SMEs. Ultimately they will, in all likelihood, if they do it very well, grow into very large enterprises and be mega corporations. But all these mega corporations effectively start off as a very small idea, as an SME and so on and so forth. So since we have so much of connect with the SME industry, more ideas obviously means a greater amount of growth in the spirit of entrepreneurship, and that's exactly what we would be interested in promoting.
The stakes are high as the seed capital in this grand finale is worth 25 lakh rupees. But only one of these 4 regional winners will win this coveted prize. Having won 2 lakh rupees during the regional rounds, these contestants promise to leave no stone unturned in this final quest for the top honors. These finalists will present ideas that have already scored over some brilliant contestants in the regional rounds. The final countdown begins with the first presentation of the day by Ashish Bhandari, the winner of the Delhi regional round. As per the format, Ashish has 20 minutes to make presentation and 10 minutes to defend his ideas. His business plan is about selling milk in the local hilly towns and exotic flowers in Delhi.
Have you tried to figure out the potential market size for the horticulture as well as milk just in the areas that you will serve? That's all. Yeah.
Basically, I had a talk with the departments in Podi. Podi has a population of 30,000. I'm just talking about one city there, and that city has a requirement of somewhere 30,000 liters of milk, and that of that requirement, every bit of is sourced from the areas that we know are in UP or in Delhi.
I couldn't understand the synergy between this cattle or the milk business and the floriculture. Why do you really want to confuse between the two?
I'm not confusing, sir. Basic thing is, I have 300 square meters excess capacity. What do I do with it? I cannot be lying it idle for anything. If I can make more money out of it for my own business, then so be it.
So if I understand you correctly, if your 16 cows go to 160, there is a chance that you will actually stop doing the floriculture at that time and use that area to do more fodder and for the cooling and all that?
Even for 160 odd cattle or 100 odd cattle, my need for area is only 500 square meters. Okay. So I still have pretty much area left for myself.
Okay, what will be your contingency plan? Suppose you mentioned certain difficulties in terms of the livestock having a problem because of health and the floods and so on and so forth. What will happen if such a disaster were to strike you? Have you really planned for it and build that into your model?
As in today, government actually provides insurance for people. So the very first basic step that we do, we save our lives by insurance, our family's life from insurance. We take insurance. That's a very basic step. So the companies that we are buying from will actually helping us getting insurance. Even the government machinery there is being actually more helpful than actually I can imagine. I never thought government would be so encouraging to have such a thing in our place, because right now there is a thrust from government in both the fields, dairy as well as floriculture.
Two questions which I have in terms of the overall the way you are going to execute it. I have not seen anything on the team side, means who is going to do it. I have only heard that you will be driving it, your father will be driving it. Is there anyone else who is going to be an instrumental part in terms of from an idea stage to the execution stage and then later on?
So as far as the idea goes, idea is a very basic idea. So basic idea in the sense we are not. So we are all agriculturists, in the sense where I come from. So for me to be there, for a very bigger team size to be there, I don't think that's a need. Need is to have harder working people. We have women folk at our places, because most of the people know ask the post for a postcard or money order economy. So people go out, send their money orders to the families living there. So there is only women folk that are available there, that we are very hard working ones.
But isn't there an issue with managing money? That's a very relevant scalability question. Isn't there an issue with managing multiple local ecosystems? Wouldn't it be better off, for example, have you considered that you have one model ecosystem and then you simply deploy or sell the technology to the others? That's one way to scale, right? As opposed to managing multiple.
That is one of the things that we are looking forward to. There is people looking at us, looking at our model, taking it to their way. When we help them in terms of how we have achieved it. But yeah, we will also have to grow. We cannot be just sitting at 160 and then say, okay, fine, we do it here it comes to a halt. But because we will have excess capacity on our own, our cows will not stop giving kids. So we will have to deploy them.
Fabulous detail, great amount of background work that you've done. Rather than everything being metro and city focused and new technology focused, you've looked at the other side.
And again, I'm being frank, so don't misunderstand, but it's just my way of telling you directly. So I don't see a value proposition or a product here that's going to work.
The jury is determined to put the contestants through a whole set of business scenarios. Only the ones with the ability to take a stand and think through the idea will impress the jury. Next contestant, Vikrant Bebho, is winner of the Mumbai regional round. He is looking to generate ad revenues through the distribution of eco-friendly shopping bags.
What is your market? Rather, who is your market? Is it the high-end brands? Is that what you're looking at, or are you looking at the local shopkeeper or the kind of Varanasi thing that you talk about, local cell phone distributor kind of? Who's your market?
Our market is definitely the FMCG companies, because the middle class family consumes those products.
So you're talking about a Procter & Gamble and Hindustan Lever and Godrej and so on and so forth, and not the local shop.
Of course, our customers are McDonald's kind of companies, whose customers are again the middle class and other people. Definitely telecom companies, because they suits the printing need of this thing like Airtel and MTS kind of things can directly be printed. We don't need to put this stickers on it.
You said that your target market is going to be the FMCG companies and so on and so forth. So have you done any kind of contacting with them, with the purchase managers or the branding managers of those companies with regard to the concept? And what has been the kind of response that you have received so far, and is there some sort of a firm commitment or a serious expression of interest that you have received so far?
To be very honest, FMCG companies are too big to approach, so that's how, and as I told, we are very new to this, so we have not approached any FMCG companies. But the sector, which is a very thriving sector for the print media, like education segment, which is the highest advertisement revenue provider to the print media industry, we have approached many educational institutes, coaching institutes who give print media and advertisement in the print media and outdoor media as well. The initial response, of course, they quite thrilled about the idea, like it's a very nice idea, very environmental friendly and all. But when the matter came for giving this opportunity or maybe turning into a cash flow opportunity, as of now it has not worked out.
in terms of making this business a viable business, the first thing which needs to be tackled is the circulation. Means you need to reach more people in the first go, and then come to advertising part. Means not the advertising, then circulation, to the circulation and then the advertising. So you need to penetrate as much as possible. In that case, whether you need to look at a B2B model or you need to look at B2C model. Right now it's somewhere in between. Sometimes you're saying B2B, sometimes you're saying B2C. But I think if you can do a B2B somehow, like means reach to hypermarkets, reach to supermarkets, and do the penetration, let the bag circulate across, maybe at the cost itself, and then get into the advertising model. So, but the challenge over there also is that once you reach through a big medium like a hypermarket or a supermarket, the possibility of advertisement goes low, because they are also capable to get the advertisers. So it has to find a midway somewhere, whereby means you are doing the reach, but the reach is in your control, and then you can start the advertising bit of it. So in my terms, the business model needs to be a little bit changed, whereby first 2 years or 3 years or whatever number of years are should be focused more on circulation, and then comes the advertising part of it.
I'd possibly put a couple of comments, and very encouraged by the 2-step forward, 1-step backward approach that I think is reflective of how thoughtfully you've approached this. So I think that's fabulous from my perspective, and that is a good, irrespective of the venture that you're going, I think that's a fabulous trait to have.
Next contestant is Vardhan Kaushal, the winner of the Bengaluru regional round. He wants to kickstart a carpool portal aimed at daily office commuters.
First is that you start as registering yourself as a rider, owner or both. Mark your comfortable start and end points on Google Maps, and then save a number. This is a missed call number. You give a missed call, so we'll know that you are. There will be 2 numbers: asking a ride, giving a ride. You give me a missed call, I'll know that you are ready to take out to your office. So this is how it will work. RIMC is ride in my car. So 10 or 5 minutes before your commute, you give me a missed call, and within that 5-10 minutes, whoever the passengers, which are obviously 4 times, 5 times the people who will own the car, will be registered with us. They'll give a call. In those 5 minutes, they'll be ready to board these cars on the road. So we'll match these according to the routes we already have saved, and a approval SMS will go to the car owners, and if he approves, then the SMS of the approval will go to the rider. And once the ride is commenced, the points will automatically get credited to the account of who is owning the car.
Do you think 25 lakhs is enough for you, or what other plans do you have, and how much do you think you should be raising as a seed round for something like that?
Initially I thought that I'll not need a lot of money for this, because all I need to do is to quit my job and start talking to people around. And because I told you 5,000 to 6,000 is the cost as of now.
Yeah, but you need heavy investments in marketing, and you need heavy investments in call center and stuff like that. So you might think it's not capital intensive, but believe me, it is.
Yeah, so some people told me it will be capital intensive if you want it successfully run. So yes, so right now I don't want to bring in a lot of money as of now. I think somewhere around 20, 25, 30 lakhs would be enough as of now.
What's your revenue model? Okay, we spoke about what is in it for the driver, what is in it for the rider, and so on and so forth. Where does the revenue model for the business per se really come in, and is there something that I missed?
First of all, as I told you in the financial slide, we will be charging approximately between 4 rupees to 5 rupees to the people who will be riding inside the car, which is actually a value proposition for them, because they will be inside the car at a cost which is much lower than the normal car cost. Secondly, we will be providing the miles benefits to the car owners. Now this will be a slightly complicated system, wherein the miles earned, the reward which will come will be based on the networking we'll do with the people like Shopper Stop or something. So say I'll give you a simple math.
So the guy who actually owns the car does not get cash.
We cannot give him the cash, because under that he'll come under RTO rule of taxi. We cannot make this taxi.
But that would have been my next question.
Yeah. So we can give them fuel coupons, which are generally exercised as fringe benefits for the people working in corporates.
As you were describing the idea, people who move from one point fixed destination to another fixed destination, that's a large number given the IT parks, given the working centers, office centers, etc. That's a very large number per se, and nothing prevents you circumventing the entire system through a fleet of cars, for example, right? You do not have to surmount this entire large inertia about me having owned a car, being arrived in life, having the freedom, and then quote unquote in the Indian mindset me being a taxiwala. Okay. Ownership, you don't need to get. Nehru, for example, has solved that problem. They don't own the cars.
Yeah, they don't own the cars.
So there are innovative ways. See what you're trying to solve. They're a very interesting idea. I think it's a very interesting idea. How you want to tackle it, and what are the largest, thorniest parts of the business problem that you have, and more importantly, the human and consumer behavioral problems that you have, that you can take out. Disaster, if you may, flashlight. One issue on such a cab, which is a security issue, can become a PR nightmare for you to handle.
It's now time for the last presentation of the day. The winner of the Kolkata Regional Round, Piju K. Sinha Roy, proposes a unique medical call center. This call center promises to bring medical services like doctors, medicines and diagnostics to the patient's doorstep through a phone call or web request.
I don't understand your product or your service and what I will pay and what I will get in return.
I will give you the doctor service.
So if I fall ill, I can call and the doctor will come home.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
For medicines.
Okay. At home.
Yeah, at home, at your doorstep, based on your requirement.
And diagnostics at home.
And
for this I will pay you a fixed fee every year?
No. There are two models of paying the fees. There is a fixed model where you can take through membership.
Okay.
If you take the membership for next 5 years, we will charge the amount once at a time, and we will provide all these three services as and when required basis.
Okay.
And second one is, you won't take any membership, you give a call or send your request through website. We will provide all the three services on case-to-case charge basis.
Usually what happens, and general tendency of people is that if they fall ill, unless it's a very severe emergency or anything, people would prefer to go to their family doctor and so on and so forth. So that affinity is there. Plus the need for the doctor to always come home is fairly rare, maybe once in a blue moon, right? Otherwise usually people have the ability to go to a doctor, wait in his clinic, and they feel very comfortable about it actually. Although it may not be that way true, but the moment you say the doctor has to come home, he will charge you double. Correct?
Yeah.
So is it not, where is the cost advantage for the patient?
First thing, they are getting the customized service. Number one, whatever you are telling, that kind of service is not so available in the city right now. Say, I am taking the example of city Calcutta. That is not easily available to get a doctor's appointment or to go to a health center or any nursing home or any hospital or any doctor's clinic. And suppose you are seriously ill, you need a doctor attendance within 30 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour. So that is very difficult to get a doctor to attend you.
So I've got a pharmacy very close to where I live. I call them and they send the medicines home, right? So I'm still not understanding the problem that you're trying to solve for me.
Sir, if it happens at 2 o'clock in the night, is it possible to get your medicine, to get your diagnostic services or doctors?
Okay, so you're saying you're giving an emergency service, then is that what you're providing?
Yeah, service will be provided 24 hours, 24 into 7.
No, but your differentiation is that's an emergency service.
Yeah, emergency importance and values of the service.
So, Piyush, if I can just come in here and just be very frank with you, I have deep respect and admiration from where this is coming. You have a desire to give back, and I think that's very commendable. But the way I see it is that this is a solution looking for a problem. I don't see a problem. I don't understand what the product really is and why I would buy it. And again, I'm being frank, so don't misunderstand, but it's just my way of telling you directly. So I don't see a value proposition or a product here that's going to work.
These people believed in one idea, and out of the four of you, one has made it.
All the contestants have put their best foot forward. It is not going to be easy for the jury to decide the final winner. And the moment of reckoning arrives.
As mentioned, 25 lakhs seed capital. That is what you're going to get to turn your idea into a business. These people believed in one idea. These three men of huge standing in the business culture, they know, they've been part of startups. They see different industries kicking off. They have grilled you. And out of the four of you, one has made it. Out of the four contestants, Vikrant, I'm sorry, but you did not make it.
Winning or losing is a secondary part, but what I have got today is the kind of advice which I have got from the eminent people like you is definitely going to make this idea successful. So I am confident and I am really thankful to all of you.
Alright, Piyush, please step forward. Alright, for Kolkata also, there's disappointment. You're not the winner of the 25 lakhs. Thank you so much for participating.
Great opportunity to present my dream project in front of such dignitaries. Thank you very much to all of you.
Out of 90,000 people that participated, there were 40 that were selected at the city rounds, 10 per city. And out of them, you two are in the standing to walk away with 25 lakhs. But the difference, as per the judges, out of 300 is 0.6 in total points. That means one of you has edged ahead of the other by only 0.6. And I would like Mr. K. Srinivasan to make the final announcement and tell us who the winner is.
Ashish Bhandari.
It's a photo finish. Ashish Bhandari's idea of selling milk and flowers seems to have that winning edge over Vardhan Kaushal's proposal of a carpool portal.
I think the tipping point basically was, actually if you look at 2-3 considerations. One is the uniqueness of the idea. Second one was the implementability of the idea. The third one was the depth of preparation and the commitment and the sort of implementability and the immediate nature of implementation. The fourth one was that is it really going to make money from whatever it seems appears to us today. So from those perspective, I think the presentation made by Bhandari was, I would say, probably a lot more thought through, and he was able to field the questions that we were able to throw at him in a very commendable manner. The depth of preparation and the thinking that he had actually done was, I think, the key differentiation.
It's time to congratulate not only the winner of this grand finale, but all the participants for whom the jury feedback is an important milestone in their entrepreneurial journey.